Hi everyone, it's me Darlene. I really want to get back to doing YouTube tips to help any of you who have a channel and that you'd like to improve the rankings of your videos, get more subscribers, earn more money, all that stuff. I have been a year now full-time YouTube. I've had my channel for like 2 years or something, but for 1 year I have been concentrating on videos. I pretty much spent the first year just trying all kinds of things, just throwing all kinds of things out there, seeing what sticks, learning the ropes. And now that I feel like I've got a grasp on what I want to do, I'm going to start focusing more on improving my channel in the ratings. As I do that, I would like to share the results with you, so you can probably do the same and not take so long to implement some of these tips. First of all, not all tips work for everybody. Some people do everything the wrong way and their videos skyrocket. But for me personally, I have found that implementing some new tips has helped my channel greatly. I can't pinpoint which tips are working, but I'll just be covering them all. It can become overwhelming to apply new tips to your channel. Pick one and do it until you could do it in your sleep. And then when you're very used to always doing that tip and not forgetting it, pick another one and try that. If you sit down with a list of 10 tips, it's going to take you a lot of time, energy, and effort to implement all those tips on every video, and it gets mind-boggling. Don't worry about having to do everything right. First of all, like I said, some people do nothing right, according to the tipsters, and they still make it. Focus more on just trying to improve your channel as you can, on your own time and your own schedule. By the way, you should always have a schedule. That's just my personal tip. Today, I am going to talk about your video titles and how important they are. Also, your description box, top comment in your comments that you should be pinning, and your tags. These all relate to one another. And by being consistent with what you do with those 4 things, it is bound to improve your ratings. What happens is, when somebody searches on YouTube, obviously there's a front page that comes up with, I don't know, if it's like maybe 10 videos. You want to be on that front page, and you can do that with a small channel if you let YouTube know, hey, if somebody searches for this, I've got that. Put me on the front page. The only way YouTube will know that is if they see it repeated in your title, tags, description, comments. That's how they know, and you will make the front page as long as you are picking a title or a topic that is not swamped by tons of people. For instance, friendship bracelet, I have found, is a very popular search term. Friendship bracelet probably would not get me on the front page of YouTube at this point. My friendship bracelet video is very new. I think I only uploaded it yesterday. But after playing around and looking for different words that people use in their titles, I discovered that yarn rope is a very searchable topic, but there were hardly any videos using yarn rope. I was indeed making yarn rope, but I also turned it into a friendship bracelet, so of course I'm going to use those terms as much as I can. So I knew for that tutorial that I wanted to use the term friendship bracelet, because even though there's a gazillion friendship bracelet videos out there, I still want to use that term. I wanted to use yarn rope. I wanted to use a lot of different things. Let me read you my actual tags. First of all, I have it set up in the defaults that anytime I upload a new video, my tags are automatically filled in with Darlene Michaud. You absolutely have to have your channel name in the tags of every video. I have not seen a tipster say differently. And I also have DarleneMichaud.com because I have a website. I have Sanford, Maine, spelled out M-A-I-N-E. I have Sanford, Maine with the abbreviation of M-E. You'd be surprised how many people search for videos about their own town, and if they do that, they will find little old me. I'm reading without reading glasses? What gives? I should put them on though, so I can read better. They're filthy. I have Yarn Challenge, because this was part of a Yarn Challenge. I have Lindsay Doodles, who is the woman who started the challenge. So I always give a shout out to that person. By naming the other channel in your tags, that gives both of you a chance to appear in the sidebar. So like if somebody's watching my video, Lindsay Doodles might show up on the sidebar, so she'd get some visibility. And same holds true the other way around. If she were to tag me, I might show up in the sidebar. So I don't request that people tag me, but I always tag others because I believe in karma. And I want to do what I can. Sandy Pro, because she did it. Miranda Kimball, she did it. So they're in my tags. Then I have DIY friendship bracelet. DIY is a highly searched term, so I always try to include it as much as I can. Yarn rope. Sarah Beauty Corner. She's the person who created the video that I learned from, so I tag her, give her a little shout out in my tags. DIY, DIY bracelet, DIY friendship bracelets, DIY projects, bracelet making, bracelet tutorial, bracelet loom, how to make bracelets with string, how to weave yarn, how to make a friendship bracelet, how to make yarn rope. We're allowed 500 characters in the tags. I make sure I use all 500. And then I had like a few characters left, so I typed woven. I figure I'm going to fill it up. If you use TubeBuddy, which is free, I'm still using just the free version of TubeBuddy. It is the most helpful YouTube tool that you could ever use. And I'll have the link for you down below. I get nothing for you joining up using my link if you're getting just the free version of TubeBuddy. There is, I don't know, a percentage if somebody buys, but I don't have anybody under me who has purchased it. You don't really need the paid version, but do get the free version. It allows you to see everybody's tags. So go find videos that are similar to yours, but who have thousands of views and thousands of subscribers, and look at their tags and do what they do. And again, sometimes you'll find they don't do it right at all. They have just 2 tags that you know, you'll be like scratching your head and say, how did they get so many views with this? Some people just work magic without tags. So for instance, for this video, my title is Easy DIY. DIY. Must have that in my title. How to make a yarn rope friendship bracelet. And then I threw in yarn challenge. Then in my description, always somehow work your title into the description. Descriptions are so important because when somebody searches on Google, Google looks at the description to see if they should put your video at the top of a search. Because people also find videos through Google. How many times have you searched for something and like the top 3 results are videos from YouTube? You want to be there. I wrote, Hello Peanut Gallery, I'm taking part in a yarn challenge started by Lindsay Doodles, so her name is repeated again. My project is a good one for kids or for anyone who likes to keep their hands busy. It's an easy yarn rope. There's my yarn rope tag that could be used for many projects. I turned mine into a friendship bracelet. I've got that in there again. Inspired by the video I watched to learn how to make the rope. Here are all the links in the description. I have Lindsay Doodles and her link, Sandy Pro, her link, Miranda Kimball, her link. These are all people who did the yarn challenge. And then Sarah Beauty Corner and her link to the video that I watched. So I have again named all these people, and I'm sending viewers to, yes, other channels, not my own, but YouTube likes it when you send people to other parts of YouTube. I will talk about that more at some point. But it's not a bad thing to get people off your channel and to go watch someone else's. Don't be afraid of doing that. The more joy you spread, the more you get in return. So always be generous. If you get an idea, don't think, well, I could have had that idea. I don't need to give them a shout out. Give them a shout out. Put them in your tags. Talk about them in your description. It is a good thing, I promise you. Then I copy exactly what I put in my description because guess what? Nobody reads the description box. It's very frustrating, but people really don't. Copy all of that, not the other stuff in my description, but the part that I wrote specifically for that video. I copy that, I put it in my comments, and I pin that comment to the top. So now you have a title that goes with your tags, that goes with your description box, that goes with the comments. And that's about as much as you can do word-wise to get YouTube to fall in love with your videos. I'm going to just tell you about one example. When I started doing the quilt pieces, I was very interested in quilt as you go projects. I didn't even really know that that was a term, except that I started seeing it here and there on YouTube, so that's how I started learning about it. So when I was doing research on how I should title my video and what I should use for tags, I looked up quilt as you go, and I noticed that some were putting the QAYG in the titles. So I said, well, that's probably just a waste of characters. But I looked up QAYG, and I saw there were just a handful of people using that. So I said, haha, people will get used to searching for that, and when they do, I will be found. But I also still put quilt as you go in my title. So, for instance, how to quilt as you go. If someone searches for how to quilt as you go, or quilt as you go, or QAYG, I am showing up like 3 videos on the front page. Right now, my How to Quilt As You Go with Sashing and Self-Binding has almost 36,000 views on that tote bag. I was blown away because I forget to check these things. My mother's quilt is almost already up to 8,000. So it's because when somebody searches for that, there's a lot of people searching for it, but not a lot of people providing content with those words, so I'm getting found. Now the same is with the yarn rope. I looked today for yarn rope. Now remember, I just uploaded this video yesterday. If somebody searches for the basic term yarn rope, I'm on the front page. I believe I'm on the front page also if somebody searches how to make yarn rope. So try to think of what would people search for. What would you search for if you wanted to learn how to make a yarn cord friendship bracelet or a leather friendship bracelet? You would probably look up leather friendship bracelet, and then you would say, ha, I found some good videos by searching for that, so I'm going to use that term also. Do try your best to, at the very least, give yourself some good titles. Even if you just write one line in your description, put it in the description. Those 2 things to start. If you don't want to do a pinned comment, don't worry about that, but it would be very helpful to do that too. And by all means, do tags of like 3 or 4 words together, like how to make a friendship bracelet. Think in terms of how someone would search for something and do those kind of tags. I have some tipsters that swear to only use tags with multiple keywords in a tag. They don't like you to use any one-word tags. I personally use one-word tags, especially for something like DIY. But remember, if somebody just types in DIY, you're going to probably be on page 15,003. So it's better to do DIY friendship bracelet. Stuff like that. I hope this makes sense. I hope it's a little bit helpful, and I will be back with more tips soon. Oh, don't forget to watch my earnings update when I do the month of March, because I have proof positive that the new things that I have been doing seem to be helping. I'm going to assume it's the changes I've made. So please subscribe so you won't miss that. Bye! I have been showing you my YouTube analytics and my earnings for a year now at the time of this video. And I had sort of kind of promised I would do that for 2 years, so you've got 1 more year to put up with me. Be sure you subscribe so you can see what the next year looks like. Thanks!